Floor 5, hospital sources confirmed that Nagler had rubbed onto her body 4 times the lethal limit of shea butter, green tea cleanses, and naturally soothing mineral therapy.
Even putting aside the sheer level of lotion this Nagler had on her person when she arrived at the ER, this was an especially lethal combination she was using. She was mixing scented moisturizers, age-defying serums, and even some harder stuff like jojoba and essential fruit extracts. Frankly, she's lucky to be alive.
In other news, Beijing's air solidifies. A Delta Airlines counteragent assures a man he will never see his family again. And a mannequin must think he's pretty hot. They say if you love something, let it go. But how could we possibly leave you behind after being blessed with a relationship as unique and complex as this one? For more, keep checking theonion.com.
This is the Onion News Network.
Oh my God. Somebody, please help us. Fire Dude, I know you're out there listening. Give us some good music. We need to get rid of this crap. All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Flaming Freedom. We are live. It's Thursday, July 2nd, 2015. We are back from the Porcupine Freedom Festival in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. And joining me, Derek J., with you across the inner tubes is...
Hello, it's Nicole Fiendworm.
Meow. Yeah. So, welcome, Nicole. You didn't get to be on during the Porkfest episode because it was so jam-packed and I got super drunk and I forgot. Sorry.
I think we all got super drunk. That was an awesome show.
Yeah, man. That was incredible. So, I'm feeling safe. I don't always I don't always show this, like macho libertarian flash, but the Fiends have been doing this where they bring up what gun they've got protecting their studio today. So I'm like Glock 26 by my side. No one's coming in the studio causing any problems today. Got that over here. The other thing I got here, Nicole, is a Not Your Father's root beer. This has really taken me, I don't know. I was going to say by storm, but it's taken New England by storm. Everyone's buying this. Have you seen this flying off the shelves where you are?
I have never seen that before.
It was crazy over at Porkfest. One of the gay anarchists introduced me, Joe Jarvis. He gave me one of these, and I couldn't even finish it. It was so rich that day. Plus, I was tripping on something, and so I was feeling a little too funny. I couldn't finish the bottle. Anyway, I picked up a 6-pack of these once I got home. They are freaking delicious. It is really like drinking a root beer, a cold, refreshing root beer, but then with a little bit of like, ooh, this is adult. This has a kick.
Pass one to me.
Glink. Beep. So, yes, it is a good day. I'm drinking a beer. I went for a run today. I'm feeling good. I didn't get my normal, I just traced the miles that I run. Nicole, I thought I did a 5K. I've been doing 5 miles. So it's like double. So
wow.
I toned it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm toning it down a little bit. Did 2 miles today. I'm feeling like good and refreshed and boom, boom, boom. Because I want to be all good and in shape. I'm going on a trip.
Where?
One of the gay anarchists invited me to San Francisco.
Yay.
If you're going to, I don't know how that song goes. To San Francisco. You know that one?
Oh, vaguely.
You wear a flower in your hair, something like that. I don't know. But I'm going, and I'm excited. Wait, hey, I'm hearing an echo. Check. Oh, it was just some glitch. I don't know. Everything's okay. So, yeah, I'm
When
excited.
do you leave? When are you going?
Leave I think it's the 17th. Boom, San Francisco, Friday.
Oh, soon, like 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's one of the gay anarchists who was at the event. Remember the guy who was in a straitjacket, who was all tied up, couldn't use his arms, and came on the show?
Was very cute. Yes, I think I did yoga next to him, possibly.
He does yoga. He's super cute. He's brilliant. He works with Ripple Labs, which is like a cryptography Bitcoin-y thing that is more for like banks and consumers. And he's like inventive, and he is just super cool. Swept me off my feet, and I am like head over heels for this guy. So I'm gonna go visit him out in San Francisco. Wish me luck. I hope it goes really well. And anyway, that's how things are going. So I'm rolling high and feeling good. Let's talk about a giant penis, shall we?
Let's do that.
A giant penis is roaming around jizzing glitter on unsuspecting people, Nicole. So if you are relaxing on the beach and something lands on your head, it might be the spray of the
Glitter jizz.
Yeah. It might be seagull poop. And it also might be glitter jizz from a giant penis.
The video is amazing.
Yeah, there are actually, right, I should show the viewers at home. If you're watching or listening at home, you can catch the show at flamingfreedom.com/live. You can watch Nicole munching on, what are you munching on? You got like noodles or something?
It's cheeseburger with no bun.
Cheeseburger. What are you, paleo or something?
Just broke.
Cheeseburger, no bun. I can't really can't afford the bun. The bun is the bread. You can go get a free bun like anywhere. You ask a street vendor for a bun. Anyway, worms.
Worms.
I've done that. I've asked like in Philly, they've got really good rolls. I'm just gonna leave the jizzing penis on the screen as I talk. In Philly, they've got really good rolls. The rolls that they use to make cheesesteaks. And I just asked for a roll one day, like, hey, I just want the roll. It's like good bread. So I was like, how much for just a roll? I was going to give the guy a quarter, 50 cents, $1, whatever he wanted. He just gave it to me. He was just like, here you go. Just a roll. No big deal.
Beautiful.
Really cheap for him. I know. Good story, right?
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying, like, how do you say you're saving money by not buying rolls? I mean, the expensive part is the meat anyway. You could live on the rolls. You want to.
Every little bit adds up. I saved, what, 20 cents?
Yeah, you save 20 cents. I don't know, man. You save money just eating. Do you eat at McDonald's?
Every now and then.
Yeah. Jeffrey Tucker turned me on to how incredibly cheap McDonald's is, like per calorie. I saw an article by him like maybe a year ago where he was breaking down the double cheeseburger with double bacon cheeseburger, and he was like, this has all these food groups, vegetables, meat. It's got all these calories and fat and all this like good stuff for $2.50 or something is what it comes down to. And, like, it gives you a whole meal. Like, that's like everything that a human would need to power through their day. I know it's not ideal. It's not the highest quality food, but
right,
you get what you need. Thank you, Kevin.
I've always said I kind of feel like so me eating fast food, I kind of feel like a druggie who has just done something horrible to get a hit, because I'll eat fast food when I just get so hungry that I'm just ready to do anything. Yeah, mainly McDonald's. Burger King is worse, I think. But yeah, I just get so hungry to the point where I just want anything. And so then I scarf down some fast food, and then I just feel like, oh my God, what have I done? Like a junkie who just, went down on somebody for a hit of meth or something.
Speaking of a hit of meth, Nathan in Texas says, Derek J was really into the drugs and heroin, man. He was last seen wandering the streets of San Francisco.
Beautiful.
Yeah, worms. Yeah, I'm gonna go there for a week, like 2 weekends. It's a big long thing. Awesome. Anyway, I'm all over the place today. Let's move on. Did you like my picture, by the way, Nicole? The picture for the show's about to begin was this guy. I'll show you all on video. He was in the bathtub, like about to ash into the bathtub. There's something dirty and grungy about this guy, but like really sexy. I don't know what it is. It's sort of like I'm an alpha. I don't really care. I'll put ashes wherever I want.
I thought of the movie Teeth. Have you seen this movie?
Ugh. Isn't that where the vagina eats people?
Yes.
Ew.
Vagina dentata. So the cover is kind of similar, and I just happened to see the cover of it on Netflix earlier. So when I saw this picture that you posted, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
I grabbed this from my Tumblr page, from my porn log, because I love the I don't know what the fetish is called, the dominant guys. I should know what this is because I really like it. But it's like dominant guy. I guess it's domination. It's humiliation is probably what it would be categorized as. But it's like the guys who talk down to faggots, They're faggots
Yeah.
too. They're gay too, but they talk down
Right.
like you're some piece of shit or something. I don't know why I find that. I don't know. I find that incredibly sexy. I don't like that in my normal life. I don't want people to talk down to me, but sexually somehow it's kind of a turn on. All right. Hey, speaking of sex and marriage and things to turn you on, this guy is a hero. Polygamist in Montana has applied for a marriage license because of the new Supreme Court ruling about gay marriage. He says, oh, great. Well, then you should allow polygamy. He's absolutely right. It's happening. I friended this guy on Facebook, and he accepted my friend request. He hasn't responded to my message yet, but we are going to get him on. Let's talk about it when we come back. Yeah. Have you heard about this guy? Nathan...
I have not.
Nathan Collier and his wives, Victoria and Christine. They applied at the Yellowstone County Courthouse Tuesday. Good for them.
Oh wait, maybe I did see this.
Yeah. Reason.com.
How long is the break here?
4 minutes. You got 3.5.
Awesome. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Actions. Besides, the people who call themselves the government wage wars and put peaceful people in jail for crimes involving their victims. If Starbucks used some of its money to drop bombs, I wouldn't shop there. So why would I support the American empire? The empire does not require my consent.
Derek J's Victimless Crime Spree. Watch it for free and order the Director's Cut DVD at victimlesscrimespree.com. That's victimlesscrimespree.com.
Yes, I found it because I'm awesome.
And listen to the Liberty Radio Network's internet streams, free satellite channel, or radio affiliate. No worries. You can listen to LRN.FM from any phone, anywhere. Add this number to your phone. 213-493-0309. It's a long-distance call, so make sure you're familiar with your phone's calling plan. The Liberty Radio Network listen lines are locked into our stream 24 hours a day. Call 213-493-0309. That's 213-493-0309.
New Hampshire is under quarantine as walking corpses devour the flesh of the living. Max is 11 years old and surviving alone. Slow-moving and non-thinking, the dead swarm his home. Now he must apply his Porcupine Freedom Scouts training to improvise his escape. Look for Survivor Max on Facebook, read reviews on Amazon, or read Chapter 1 at survivormax.com.
DVD, books, music, instruments, periodicals, computers, software, electronics, photo, cell phones, office products, home and garden, bed and bath, furniture, kitchen, pet supplies, automotive, hardware, apparel, shoes, jewelry, grocery, healthcare, sports and outdoors, toys, games, used, and more. It's a department store at your fingertips. Shop.lrn.fm. Get all your shopping done, get a great deal, and a portion of your purchase goes to benefit the Liberty Radio Network when you shop at Amazon via shop.lrn.fm.
You are successful at what you do, whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, a business owner, or you have a great career, you understand the concept of protecting yourself. Well, are you protecting yourself, your family, and your assets with quality term life insurance? Consider these possible rates. A man age 45 non-tobacco user could obtain $1 million of coverage for as little as $75 a month. And this rate is fixed for the next 10 years. We specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. A man age 50, non-tobacco user may be able to obtain $500,000 of coverage for as little as $115 a month. And this rate is fixed for the next 20 years. We have great rates for smokers, too. Call the Term Lifeline now. 800-872-0403, 800-872-0403, 800-872-0403.
Do you love Twitter? Make sure you favorite the LRN.FM Twitter account so you can receive our tweets at twitter.lrn.fm. That's twitter.lrn.fm.
Arms. Hey, welcome back, gays. Oh, Nicole, you're with us. Good.
Hey,
How was your break?
delicious.
Good. You know, I was talking to one of the other gay anarchists during the break, and I've never had a polyamorous relationship. Have you ever done that?
No.
Would you?
Not right now. I'm pretty happy with Joe.
What's dangling in front of you? What do you have, like, wires? Are you a cat? You, like,
Maybe.
batting it at yarn in front of you? Meow. So, Liantarius in the chat room. Do I drink a lot of Starbucks? $5 coffee? No, I don't. I like $5 coffee, but I generally don't go there. Also, aren't they against guns? They don't want me to carry my gun in there. I don't know. I carry my gun everywhere now. I love it. I've been open carrying everywhere, Nicole.
What are you going to do when you go to California? Are you going to try and fly with it?
No, I'm so mad about that. Like, I'm going to feel really naked the whole week without my gun. Like, I think about this, like, it became so much a part of my life. You know, I feel it when I click on my seatbelt. I feel it on my hip when I'm walking. I feel that extra little bit of weight. And when I don't have it, I'm like...
Naked.
Yeah, exactly.
In a bad way.
And not in that sexy way. Which,
Right.
yeah, was really awesome. That guy, Jeff, who was at Porkfest, was doing nudity. He was one of the gay anarchists. Good on the gay anarchist community, by the way. You and Jeff are rocking the boat at the Porkfest event.
I was just telling Joe earlier, you saw the nude guy, Puke from Puke and the Gang, saw the nude guy. I did not see this fellow.
Guy? His name is Jeff, and he was in our audience the night of Flaming Freedom.
Man, everything was a blur.
Yeah.
I didn't see him walk around nude. I mean, like, people said, oh, I saw this naked guy walking around the campsite.
He didn't get nude for the episode, but he was the one who got his hands tied up. You saw him. He was
Okay.
he's in the picture. Check out the Gay Anarchists Facebook page. Anyway, why did I get on that? Oh, because I was thinking about polyamory. And, you know, I would need a lesson in polyamory from the Manchester crew. It's a big deal in New Hampshire. Everyone's all like, you know, hey, we need freedom in our relationships. We need freedom of choice. We need freedom from taxation. And they say, you know, you need freedom in love. Like, you don't own your partner. You can have as many partners as you want to have. And it's like a voluntary contracts that you're making. But I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. I'm too traditional for that. I want me a partner, like a fairy tale romance, you know, the kind like you see in black and white movies.
Right.
That's what
I like that as well. I don't know how it would work if I ever tried that. Just never really thought about it, I guess.
Yeah. How long you been going with Joe?
I don't really remember. Maybe 5 years or 6.
Are
7?
you totally straight?
I'm sorry?
Are you totally straight?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not straight.
What are you?
Bi?
So what level of bi are you? Are you like sliding scale, 80-20, 50-50? Where are you at?
Well, I'm not really sure. I guess I'd say maybe 65-35.
What's it like being in a relationship with a guy and being bi? Like, do you feel cut off from the other sex? Like, do you feel like you want to have sex with a woman on occasion and you can't do that?
No, I don't feel cut off at all. Because we're monogamous, so I don't really feel the need or want to have sex with anybody, guy or girl. And I don't know, it's kind of fun. We check out girls together sometimes.
Would you want to, since you have sex with a guy, would you want to penetrate a woman, or would you want to be penetrated by a woman?
All of it.
Both. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair play. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about I was in the shower right before the show after going for my run, or right before the show. And I was thinking I should have sex with a woman. I don't know why this thought like popped into my head. I was like, you know, why haven't I had sex with a woman yet? I'm 26 years old. When am I going to do it?
Have you ever come close to it?
Yeah. Yeah, I came really close twice.
What happened?
I just couldn't do it. It was just like, this isn't right. just stop everything. Everyone put your clothes back on. Pretend this didn't happen.
How old were you?
The first time I was 17, and the second time I was 23. So it was a pretty good distance apart. But yeah, I was thinking, okay, I should do this. Like, I should have the experience, right? You're only alive once. You're a human being. You could have sex. Sex is one of the great joys of life, and you can't do this in jail. You know, God forbid if I end up there for the rest of my life. So I should do this. And then I'm like, I'll lose my gold star status.
Oh, yeah.
The gays will do on occasion is ask each other, you know, oh, are you a gold star gay? Have you had sex with the opposite sex? And if you haven't, then you are a gold star gay. And I don't want to lose that bragging right, that status. But in a way, it's like it's a bragging right of ignorance. It's like, I'm completely ignorant of what that feels like and what that is like. You know, even on Will and Grace, Will had sex with a woman.
Right. So you hold on to the gold star, but you miss out on this other experience.
Right. I think I should just do it. I think I should just buckle down. We'll plan it out. We'll have like candles and I don't know. We'll set the mood somehow. We'll get it all right, and then I'll lose my gold star. We'll make a whole show of it. Maybe I should even record it because it'll be probably horribly embarrassing and entertaining. So much to learn in this first event, or maybe it'll come perfectly naturally. Who knows? Maybe I've been missing out on the reality all along. You know, I think why this popped into my head, Nicole, is because I've been having a lot of conversations about gayness with Muslims. Like, there was a gay imam who just came out, and you heard me have a conversation on the phone with this man. He's going to be on the show next week to talk a little bit about his experience. But he's a gay imam, so that means he's like the equivalent of a pastor in the Islam religion. And this turns a lot of people off. A lot of Muslims are like, hey, this guy's going to hell. He's a sinner. He's preaching the wrong thing, confusing people. You know, this is evil. And to me, I spoke with the guy. He seems very loving and compassionate. And you know, I think he's got his head screwed on straight. He's just gay.
Right.
So, big deal. But they are saying that the religious people that I've been having these arguments with, they're saying, well, look, the Quran is very clear that this is a sin, homosexuality. The act is wrong. You can be gay, but don't do gay acts. That's a sin. And to me, I think they're doing a lot of harm to gay Muslims, to gay anybody, by suggesting that a person can change. By suggesting that sexuality is something that you choose rather than it's something that, I don't know, makes itself apparent to you, something that you wake up to. You realize your sexuality.
I can't wait to hear you talk with him next week.
I know. Kickstart in the chat asks, Derek, are you afraid you might be bi? Yeah, maybe I am afraid of that. I don't want that. I want to be just gay. That's who I am. Maybe I need confirmation of that. We'll be right back. This is Flaming Freedom.
Free Press Publications is an independent alternative media.
Worms. Yeah,
Worms,
I don't want to be bi. Nobody loves bi people.
Tell me about it.
Though. It's true, right? Bi people have
right, yeah.
Because nobody thinks you're serious. Everyone thinks you're. Look, I thought you were straight because you're with a guy, and they're always going to assume that if you're with a girl, they're going to think you're gay, and you don't really have a place anywhere in the LGBT community. Bi, everyone's on their own. There is no LGBT. It's a free for all.
A lot of people, when they think of, like, if a girl says that she's bi, they always think like, oh, so you make out with your female friends so that you can get guys or anything like that. And I've heard that called like barsexual, you know, the girls that just get drunk and make out with each other.
Well, that's a great name. Yeah, I can see that.
But that has never appealed to me.
Hey, the gay anarchists are going to Cape Cod. You want to join us?
When is that?
Maybe I'm actually not able to. It's this weekend.
Oh yeah, I can't do that.
I don't know if I can invite you anyway, because we're staying at Chris Freeman's house. He's one of the gay anarchists, or his grandparents' house. They have a house out there in Cape Cod. And technically, we're already breaking the rules by staying in the same room when we have sexual attractions to one another. Like, grandparents wouldn't let a guy and a girl couple stay in the same room overnight.
Right.
But it's gonna be a bunch of gay anarchists all staying in the same room.
That'll be fun. How many of you guys are going?
Let's see. Me, Joe, Jeff, David, and Chris. I think that's it. So what's that, 5? It's gonna be a gay old time.
Yeah, it'll be
Hang
fun.
out at Cape Cod. And on the way down, we're gonna stop through Provincetown and buy Buzz a round of drinks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's where Buzz's big gay dance party lives, and we want to celebrate her and honor her for her amazing party. It was so much fun. Did you see the Vice article about it today?
Yes, I did.
Talk about that in the episode. I gotta find that. Vice Buzz big gay dance party. Do you speak out the words that you type? I can't help it. I still do that.
Sometimes I spell them out.
Buzz big gay. Look at this picture. Is this hilarious or what? Boom.
Yes. That's Joe Jarvis right there, right?
So funny. Yeah, wait. You gotta see. I blew up that picture. Let's see. Yeah. It's gonna work. Yeah. Oh. I just thought it was too funny. Oh. Sorry.
I gotta take this thing off.
I
Hold
can
on
only
a
do
second.
that because Joe is so freaking handsome. Joe is like
He
so
is.
unreasonably gorgeous that it's like, all right, I can make fun of you if you've got a bad picture out there. And it's not that bad of a picture either. It just looks like an O face or something. Like,
yeah.
looks like he's coming on Yuri.
I love Joe. He was one of our camping neighbors last year. That's how we met him. And then we just kept in touch. And then we got to. What's that?
He was your camping neighbor this year too. He was across the way.
Yeah, he was even closer this year than he was last year. So it was awesome. We saw him when he was driving into the campground. We were like waiting for him to get there. And he finally showed up, I think, Monday or Tuesday or something. We saw him.
We're too busy talking to do talk radio. We're back.
Uh-oh.
This is Nicole and Derek J. And it's cool. I like doing the Michael Dean thing of talking right in through the breaks. Like, it keeps people listening on the behind the scenes. Come on, join us at flamingfreedom.com/live. We've got a chat room. It's active. Got a bunch of people in there, including one very sad person who's trolling us, and that's fun. Yeah. So we were talking about the gay anarchists are going on a little trip, Nicole. Me and David and Chris Freeman and Joe Jarvis of Anarchy in New England. Jeff, and actually, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know Jeff. He might be, I don't know. He's not in the anarchist group, is he? Anyway, we'll get him in there. And somebody else. I don't know. But we're all going to Cape Cod. We're going to have a gay old time. We're going to take a bunch of pictures, drink a bunch of beers, and stop at Providence, Rhode Island on the way and buy Buzz a round of drinks. Buzz from Buzz's Big Gay Dance Party, which made headlines today at Vice.com. Article, My Big Gay Libertarian Orgy. Yeah, it's barely 9 p.m. on a Saturday night, and the dance floor I'm standing in is already fucking lit. Next to me, a topless girl with Venus of Willendorf curves is rubbing her silver spandex shorts onto an equally naked flesh pole. He scoops her up her pendulous breasts from behind. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I try not to stare, but he catches my eye. Would you like to dance? No thanks. Surrounding me, a conga line of grinding gays Smooth skin upon skin, a militant film the police t-shirt doing lightning fast tectonic hands, handmade lasers and confetti guns exploding on a man with a crown and a pink tutu who is spinning his baby daughter, matching tutu, in giggling circles. A bite-sized stripper cop strutting the sharp flicks of his feather boa. From the speakers, robust, deep house pounding to the glorious falsetto of a disco classic. You make me feel mighty real. I don't know actually how that went. But then look at all these great pictures, and it was kinky, and people had outfits. And this is just so much fun. This article just was amazing. It's a little exaggerating. I mean, like, I don't know. I thought it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life, but Buzz seemed to kind of downplay this article. She was like, yeah, it was not an orgy. It was like just a safe space for people to let loose and do what they wanted to do. It did make it sound like it was a lot more sexual than the dance party actually was. I mean, yeah, there were naked people, and yeah, there might have been orgies afterwards, but during the dance party, everything was pretty tame, I would say. Anyway, were you at the big gay dance party, Nicole? I don't even think I saw you there.
Oh yeah, I was there.
You were there? All right. I was tripping on a lot of stuff, so I wasn't all there. What were you? Did you wear a costume? Were you naked?
I had my shirt off. I don't remember what. I think I just wore like ripped up, like camouflage cargo shorts, and then I just took my shirt off because it was really hot in there.
Did you see this photo of the gay anarchists all grinding up on each other in the corner there?
Yes, I did. I shared that with, let's see, 3 of those people.
How hot is that? I mean, this is just so freaking awesome.
You recognize the one on the left, right? All the way on the left, who's like half cut off.
All the way on the left. Yeah, I recognize him. He came on the show too, didn't he?
Yeah, he was the first one to get naked up there.
He got completely naked. He was showing off his dick.
Yep, first one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, I like him. He's hot. And then we got Craig over here, Jeff, Joe, Chris, and David, all in the photo there. Very fun photo. I didn't want to be up in the grinding circle though. When everyone's doing this whole like, we're gonna all grind on each other, I'm like, all right, like, I don't know about you, Nicole, but like the whole grinding on the dance floor thing. Yeah, it's sexy. I do it for a little bit, but it's like, let's go to a bedroom. If we're actually gonna grind our private parts, can we like do this right and take our clothes off? I don't want to grind up all on sweaty clothes. Like, I don't know. If we're not actually gonna have sex, let's not like replicate sex.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Just do actual dancing.
Yeah, I just want to boogie down. Anyway. So I thought that was pretty cool. What a great photo. I know Chris Freeman did not want photos of him like in that kinky outfit. He's the best looking in this photo, in my opinion. I mean, like, you know, all the anarchists are hot, but his outfit, he's got the leather, he's got the solid collar on. That it was like, did you see how that was bolted in?
No, I didn't.
It was like locked and bolted with Rosie the Riveter, like, I don't know. And then he's got the leather chest strap thing, a leather thong. He was decked out. The gay anarchists are very picky, I've learned. I mean, Alex was prepared with a duffel bag filled with restraints for last week's episode. It's crazy. I'm into kink, but I knew that. I just didn't know how kinky the rest of the group was. So that was very good. And then Craig, of course, was a big bottle of fisheye. It's very fun. Very fun and funny. Okay, so the article continues. Earlier, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage, a decision that was ecstatically celebrated around the country, but the news is a blip on the radar for many people in this crowd, which makes sense considering that we're at the biggest rave at PorkFest, an annual gathering of hardcore libertarians in the White Mountains of rural New Hampshire. The festival is organized by the Free State Project, an organization aiming to get 20,000 people to move to New Hampshire in order to make the state a bastion of libertarian ideals. As dedicated activists who oppose the government's infringement on individual liberties, these folks are raging tonight regardless of whom the man decides they can or cannot marry. The most enthusiastic response I get about the ruling is when I ask Dale Everett, one of the smart hosts of an LGBT libertarian radio show called Flaming Freedom, and he chirps, quote, "It's cute."
You sounded just like him.
Yeah, right. A bittersweet sense of finality looms over the festivities. Since 2010, a 48-year-old lesbian named Buzz Webb has been responsible for all this theatrical debauchery. She's been running the rave as a one-woman show, spending hours putting together the DJ set, lasers, smoke machines, and lights, what she calls flashy flashy, into a party that's just barely breaks even. This year, she decided to call it quits. Quote, "It's just too much work, and there's only one of me," she says sadly. But that's not before one last hurrah. In between drags of her clove cigarettes, Buzz tells me she became an anarchist after watching the authorities turn their backs as hundreds of her friends died from AIDS in the 80s. It was a fucking horrible time, she says. Gays made the best libertarians because we learned how to help each other when the government wasn't there. When I ask how she feels about the legalization of gay marriage, Buzz replies, "You don't need a permission slip from the government to marry who you love." And she's got a beautiful photo here. She must have known that the photographer was standing there, because look at her in all of her beautiful glory in this three-piece tux with glittery sequins and the vest, a zebra print bow tie and pocket square, plus boa feathery flashy things popping out of her sleeves. I mean, she looks incredible. And here's the outside of the tent where it's advertised Buzz's Big Gay Dance Party finale, Trigger the Groove. And it was BYOB, though I didn't see many people out there with bottles of alcohol in their hands while they were dancing. She
I
says,
had one.
"Oh, you did?"
I had a flask. Some hippies made it.
Really? Did you get it at Portfest?
Yeah. So, okay, last year,
Was it Lou's?
it was Lou's Hippies. So last year we bought a flask from them with road tape on it. They take the tape, anything from the government, and they, repurpose it. So they put it on a flask, but it leaked. So we just still had this thing. And this year we bought a flask that wouldn't leak, and they rewrapped a brand new one for us. And so we were carrying that around all week.
I love Lou's Hippies. They do some of the most incredible artwork. We'll be right back. This is Flaming Freedom. We've got more from Vice.
Ross Ulbricht was convicted in early 2015 of running the infamous Silk Road Underground Market. The Silk Road was a gift to humanity and helped reduce the harms brought on by drug prohibition. For this good deed, Ross has been sentenced to life in prison with...
Oh, Liberty Phoenix is in the chat. I want snacks. I want food. I want to be satiated. I bought before the show, like, I hate doing this, right? Where I like to go running, but going running on a full stomach is like, oh God, I don't want to vomit. And then after I run, I don't want to eat. So what am I going to eat? Never going to do it.
I used to go running and I had the same feeling, and I don't remember what I did.
I just did it anyway.
Ugh, I wouldn't be able to.
Anyway, I just ran. I wanted to vomit. Do you like my bow tie?
I do. Before I changed into this, I had a t-shirt with the Anarchy A with a bow tie on it, and it had a Jeffrey Tucker quote. I got it from Will Coley at Porkfest.
Ew, I was just wearing that. It's all over there on my bed. Yeah.
Aw, we were twinsies today.
It looks so cute. I was wearing my gun and my Anarchy shirt. People really turn their heads. Some guy asked me what Jen the Glock was. That was kind of nice. Somebody recognized that. Oh, I want more people to open carry, so I'm not the only one doing it.
Yeah, I live in New York. I don't see that at all.
I mean, people don't really care that much in New Hampshire when they see someone open carrying. But I still wish it were more of a thing.
Right.
I know a lot of people conceal carry, but like I tried that today. I have a concealed carry holster for inside the waistband, all of my clothes are too tight for that. It's
Right,
so clear.
Doesn't seem like that would be comfortable at all.
It's horrible. I tried it on every part of my belt. Like, it's not going to work. I'm going to need to get a shoulder holster or something if I'm going to conceal. I don't know, ankle holster. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think I just need to open carry. Just need to be like, look, my clothes are tight. I'm going to keep them that way. And then I'll put the gun on the outside of my body. Big deal.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I have to adjust this bandana. Pardon me.
Okay. It's cool. You look good. I think I should get a snack so that I can eat during breaks. I want to eat pita chips and hummus. Hummus.
Were you talking? I couldn't hear you if you were talking.
I was talking to myself about how bad I want pita chips and hummus. Hey, it looks like Jeff said his nipple is in that photo. Where is it? Oh, yeah, there he is. Yep. Yeah, he's there. He's in that photo. I didn't even see him. Man, someone has a hairy back. Someone's in this photo, like, wearing a bear suit.
I always feel bad when I see guy. Oh, yeah.
See that? There's Jeff's nipple. He made it into this photo. I'm the only gaynerd that's not in this photo.
Photoshop yourself in right between Randy and Craig. There's like a huge gap.
Yeah, I'll just jump in there.
You can cover up the hairy back.
Foreign listeners on our message board at forum.lrn.fm. That's forum.lrn.fm.
Hey, Nicole, this racist white guy was looking for a fight with this black guy. Yeah, he found it. Except the black guy had a concealed carry license.
Oh, no.
Boom, he got shot. That's pretty funny. Oh, hey, look, it's Steven is calling. Hi, Steven.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, you're wearing a bow tie in your photo. How cute. I can't put you on the screen, though. You're sharing your video with me, and I'll look at you, but I don't have a way to put it on the screen. Oh, yeah, look, great. You're shirtless. That's too bad I can't put you on the screen. You look great.
Oh, I should put a bow tie on.
Yes. You're underdressed for the show this evening, but that's okay. So what's up?
I tried to open carry earlier this week in San Francisco.
Whoa, how did it go?
It was a giant knife.
Oh, okay. Is that something you can do in San Francisco?
Well, I was just going to see how people reacted.
Oh, are you watching? Wait a minute. I have to stop you. Are you watching the show somewhere? You have to turn that off wherever you're. Okay. All right. So you open carried a large knife throughout San Francisco. Did you get a lot of looks? Did the police stop you? What happened?
I didn't get a lot of looks until I went into my company's office. And then I got tons of looks. And one of my colleagues, she actually, people were talking about my knife, and she pulled out a knife. I was like, look, I always carry this knife with me. And then she saw mine, and she freaked out.
What?
Like,
what kind of knife?
And she it became an issue. And so I had to put away the knife.
Oh, man. This is like elementary school. Like, Stephen brought a knife. We have to do something about it. We have to take this away. It's an issue. Give him a pink slip.
What kind of knife was it?
Yeah, what kind of knife was this? Were you walking around with a Bowie knife? I know you can show me, but all right, so it's like a machete. You're walking around with like a lawnmower blade on your hip.
But really, this is less dangerous because I can't wield it very well.
Yeah.
But I put this in my bag every day for the last few years, and I decided to just open carry it instead, and people freaked out.
Man, that's not the reaction I would want, but I guess you have to do that in order to acclimate people, in order for them to feel comfortable seeing you with that. Like sooner or later, it'll just be a part of your attire. Like, oh yeah, there's Steven, and he's always wearing that big old knife.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. I tried to order a smaller knife, but one that was better. I'm gonna see how that plays out.
You need like a Rambo knife. You know, one of those, I forget what they're called, but they're the kind of knife that Rambo has.
I just got a great knife. It's called a trench knife.
Yeah.
So actually, it was good that I opened and carried the big knife, because then a bunch of people in the office started talking about knives and stuff and self-defense.
Oh, that's terrific. You started a conversation about independence.
Yeah, exactly. And so this guy said, well, that knife is not very good. He had a bunch of jujitsu training.
Yeah.
And so he showed me a bunch of cool tools that like you can carry in your pocket that are really good at defense.
Wow. So I'm looking up what you just said, which is a trench knife, and I've got some on the screen here. So what makes a trench knife? That it's got brass knuckles attached to it?
Right. He said it's much better because it's harder to drop. If someone makes your hand open like that, you can still hold onto the knife.
Oh, very, very good. And you can punch people with it.
And yeah, and you have spikes. He said in jiu-jitsu, they learn how to make you drop a knife unless you have this.
Oh, why would you want to drop a knife? Oh, you make someone else drop the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you just found it.
Wow. Open what do you think about this? A packet sniffer in the chat says open carry is just showboating.
Maybe it is, but I want to create a conversation.
Yeah.
But also I walk through some dangerous areas, and if I was going out in like between my house and downtown financial district, I would go through the sketchiest part of town. If I was in drag or something, I would need a weapon.
Oh, especially if you're in drag. Whenever I'm in drag, or if I'm feeling uncomfortable in a place like in Philadelphia when I wasn't able to carry knives or self-defense weapons often, I would carry a corkscrew, something you would use like to open up a bottle of wine or something. Just keep that in your fist. If you were to punch someone and just have that little bit of edge sticking out, oh, that would be nasty. So yeah, you got to have some kind of self-defense weapon, protect yourself while in drag. You were just in drag recently too. How did that go?
Oh, it was awesome. Everyone loved it.
Was it just you, or was everyone in your company in drag?
No, it was just me. Everyone else had the pink shirt, the company shirt.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
but I had some huge heels, and fortunately, we had to wait about 5 hours for the parade to start, so I got to dance in those heels for
cool.
a long time.
Fun. That's awesome. I think heels are a lot of fun to dance in. People complain about that, like they hurt and everything, but you know, I think they're fun.
They make it fabulous.
Yeah, they make your legs all long. You could bend down and do those dips. Okay, well that's cool. Are you disappointed you weren't in the Vice article? All the other gay anarchists made it. Even Jeff Snipple.
I saw that train happening, and I avoided it because I knew that there were people from Vice and such.
Really? I saw the train happening, and I avoided it just because I don't want to be a part of that nasty train.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing good.
No, seriously, yeah. And then there was a conga line, like 40 people deep at one point. I'm like, what are you people doing? Why is there a conga line? What is the point of this? I don't even get it. You're so drunk. Go home.
Activities.
Yeah, whatever. I'm okay with it. So how do you feel about this giant penis attacking people on the beach? Is this a property rights violation? Should this person, what's the remedy? Should they just get beat up? Or is this, no violation at all?
Is this a privately owned beach?
No, these are public beaches, as all beaches are, I think. I don't know of any private owned beaches.
Well, I don't know. If it was private, obviously the penis can't be on the property.
Okay. But we don't have a good solution for this right now. It's a tragedy of the commons.
I don't know what giant penis you're talking about, but I hope it's in San Francisco.
No, it's in another country. I forget. Here, I'll look it back up. It's in I don't know. Terrorizing. Oh, Norway. Of course, Norway. A 19-year-old college student. I didn't finish covering this story, so I'll put it up back on the screen. A 19-year-old college student named Philip is terrorizing Norway dressed as a giant schlong and jizzing glitter on unsuspecting strangers. That could be a real problem. I mean, glitter is a real pain to get off.
Yeah, it's almost as hard to get off as real semen.
Yeah, so these people are upset. I think it's a hilarious little prank. And this guy, I mean, he's got a big pair of balls, not just the one that's hanging from his costume. It takes a lot of courage to do what he did. So he's, I guess, trying to appeal to the. I don't know if he's. Well, like, what's the point? There's even no way to make money with this. It's just a joke. It's just fun.
Well, if he's taking some ethical standpoint about liberty and
no, there's nothing. No, there's nothing about that.
All right.
There's no point to any of it. So what else you got? What else is going on, Steven? I'm gonna go to San Francisco soon. I announced that to the audience. I thought that was pretty exciting. Awesome.
You can be on Free Talk SF. Oh
yeah, I was thinking about that.
Start a radio show this week. Free Talk SF every day, 7:30 Pacific time.
How do I tune in? freetalksf.com?
Yeah, you can watch the archives at freetalksf.com. But I guess I can do Skype. That's probably an easy way to do it.
Yeah, Skype is good. Google Hangouts is good. I use them all. My problem is you've already got me beat. Your new show has Flaming Freedom beat on posting episodes. I got a little verbal spanking from Dale about that last week because it's like, just do it. Just fucking do it. I've got the episodes. They're on file form. I don't post them. They need a little graphic, a little blog post, a blurb about the topics, and then boom, put them online. But I don't do that. I do the live show, and then I forget about it. Move on.
I agree. I want to listen in my car, and I can't do that.
Nicole. Okay, great. I promise. I put it on my whiteboard today before I go to sleep. Before my head hits the pillow, this episode and last week's are going to be posted. They will be on flamingfreedom.com. Mark my words.
Yay! Virtual
high
five.
Show, I'm sorry, I'm stealing your thunder, Steven. You're talking about freetalksf.com. You started a show. How long is it?
Show. And by the way, I always default to posting things because I'm practicing my asynchronous communication.
What is that?
Where we don't have to be doing the same thing at the same time.
Right.
Anyway, Free Talk SF. It's all about liberty in San Francisco, making San Francisco the freest place on earth. So we're going to try to out-compete New Hampshire.
Good.
And talk a strategy on how to do that here.
Awesome. I want to see that succeed. I want freedom to happen in San Francisco because it's already got a good bite on New Hampshire. There's a lot more freedom in a lot of ways. Hey, thanks for calling in, Steven.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Cool. Oh, he left. All right. Well, that was fun. Oh, he's so handsome.
So he has a show?
Yeah, he has a new show.
That's exciting.
It's Free Talk SF. freetalksf.com.
Will you link that in the show notes?
Yes.
I want to check that out.
That's in the show notes right now.
Cool. So how old were you when you lost your virginity?
freetalksf.com. How old was I when I lost my virginity?
Yes.
17? I think I was 16 going on. I was like my birthday going on 17.
Oh, okay.
Around there. But I don't remember which it was. I think I had just turned 17 because I remember, this is horrible, but MTV Music Video Awards was on.
I love it.
And I remember the performance by Gerard, whatever his name is, from My Chemical Romance, and somebody else. They did Under Pressure. They did the song Under Pressure by David Bowie and Freddie Mercury.
Right.
And it was just so good. It was like, wow, what's happening on the screen is so amazing. I'm getting my dick sucked for the first time. Like, I feel amazing. We ended up screwing in the living room with the parents upstairs, and my mom picked me up in tears. Like, she knew what happened. And I know, it was horrible. It was like, you're not allowed to have sleepovers like other boys.
Aww.
Yeah. And I left in his sweatpants, too. I think that was a big clue. Like, oh,
I was just gonna ask, like, how would she have known? But yeah, I guess that
there was
wearing
also
each
the
other-
smell of sex. Like I was too young to really know that. Like it wasn't the smell of shit. You know, like I know what shit smell is, but it was this. You know, the stench of sex, like sweaty bodies that hadn't showered after making love, and you know, that smell was probably still lingering on me.
You know, oh man, this is something from years ago. I can't remember what it's from, but I knew somebody who used to say, in France, it is good to smell as if you have just been fucking.
Good. Cool. I like that. I like that smell. I like to smell that. What I don't like is BO. I don't like people like with body odor where it's like, you stink. Go take a shower. But if it's
Did
like
you know? Sorry,
salt
go ahead.
smell, you know, like a little bit of like sweat or like they've been active, you know, maybe they've been fucking. I like that. It's a good smell.
So I do not produce body odor. Did you know that?
Wow. You don't produce body odor at all?
No, there's 2% of Caucasians have this very gene that makes it so that we don't produce body odor. And I learned of this from Puke in the Gang because Andrew is the same way. He and I are both 2%ers.
No
Yep.
way. Cool. Good for you. Andrew would be. Andrew's just that kind of guy. He wouldn't stink. He's too.
Yeah, so when I met them at Porkfest 10, I told him, I was like, I'm a 2%er too. And they're like, come on the show and talk about it. And so he's the only other one I've ever met. So I haven't worn deodorant in like over 2 years. And
You
I
wear
don't
any
smell. And it's
perspirant?
awesome.
So you don't perspire
No.
under your arms? You
No, I don't.
under your arms? Look at mine. Woo!
I shave.
I got nothing.
It's beautiful.
Although what's weird is I don't know what, like, can you kind of see a yellow color? Like, I don't know what this is. It's not yellow, but I don't know if is it just like the blood under my skin? It's like you can see a little bit of darkness is probably like the hair that's just starting to grow. Like I shaved these yesterday, but what's with the yellow? So I'm wondering. Like that can't be bacteria. I'm clean. I just showered. I showered vigorously and scrubbed, and I applied
Weird, huh?
deodorant and antiperspirant. I don't know. I need to.
I don't know what that would be.
I don't know. Just more Jergens Natural Glow.
I love that stuff.
Yeah. Oh God, I'd be Casper. You'd see right through me. I'd blend right in through this sheet.
It smells so good too.
It
I
does
love
smell
it.
good. It smells like a tan. It smells like your skin is a little bit singed. I like it.
Me too.
All right, when we come back, there's a Reason article. Gay community and libertarian community part ways. I want to talk about the gay imam, but we didn't get any. All of our libertarian Muslims backed out. Oh, question for Stephen from Nathan. He's not here anymore, Nathan. Sorry. He says, how do you handle interacting with all the gay statists and gay marriage people in San Francisco? I'm curious. I don't know. Maybe he'll answer that on the next episode of Free Talk SF. freetalksf.com. I need something else for SF to stand for besides San Francisco.
Stinky farts. That's very 5th grade of me.
Yeah, I don't like that one. That is 5th grade. I don't
Sexy flamenco.
All right, that's good. Stagatheists. That's funny. The Stagatheists. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of those. I was thinking about that today while I was on my run. It was horrible. This thought popped into my head. I was like, I really hate Democrats. That's it. That's it. I was just like, I hate them. Man, they suck. Like, just running around. Like, Democrats, they think they're so smart. Like, they think they know how to rule everything and plan the world, but they don't know. They always have the worst ideas. They ruin everything. Like, I think it's because I saw this picture earlier today. Maybe I can share it with you. It was on my Facebook wall for a little while. Wow. I need one of those sound effects for like sexy jokes. Wow. You know what I mean?
Where do you get one?
I don't know. I've got other sound effects. Okay, so here's the image I was talking about. Take a look. Your country on Democrats, your country on Republicans. Now, obviously, I think both of these groups are crap. But this is what this artist believes. That if you vote Democrat, then you're going to have beautiful forests and windmills and organic fruit stores, a community garden, a light rail station, Union Hall, a library where you can vote and it's open daily. Now compare that to the hookers, the Church of the Evangelical, advertisements for big cars and exploitative Farms Inc. and ChemCorp, people living in the projects, a tiny city park, strip clubs. And yeah, so this is what they really believe.
This is insane.
Yeah. You see this image? It's crazy. All right, we're coming back. Meow.
This is the Onion News Network.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Oh, I upset my dog.
Wow. You actually upset your dog with all your meowing?
Yes. I could hear him yelling at me from the other room.
Bring the dog in here. Get him on the show. Who's your dog? What's his name?
It's Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Hey,
He has a full name. Is he named for Jeffrey
Can you
Tucker?
bring Jeffrey in? I would love it if I named it after him, but it used to be my dad's dog, and he had to get rid of him because he turned out to be terribly allergic. But whenever I would go over and visit, they named him Otis after Milo and Otis, and I just kept thinking, like, he doesn't look like an Otis. I just, for some reason, wanted to call him Jeffrey all the time. And so when I got him, I renamed him. Here he is, my baby.
Oh, such a cute little pug. Now it's like Jeffrey is a good pug name. It's like he's like a servant, like from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Jeffrey. Okay, now he's ruining your headphones. You're ruining everything, Jeffrey.
Help me. I need him off.
Oh, he's cute. He's in a little harness. How old is he? He's a big ball of wrinkles.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Well, that was
tangled up. He's just over a year old, I think I heard you ask.
Sorry I brought it up.
No headphones for the time being.
Well, he's a disaster.
Yes, Jeffrey is he's adorable. He's got lots of energy. Still has my headphones.
So do you have cats? Do you coexist with the dog? Do you have does your cat, or do you have cats with the dog?
That was Jeffrey.
Do you have cats too? Just a dog?
No, just a dog. We really want to get a cat, a black cat, to be specific.
Why?
I don't know. I had one before and I loved them. I think black cats are really pretty.
No. They're pretty. They're unlucky. You don't want them. They are the least wanted animals in the shelter.
That's what I've heard. I've also heard that shelters will not adopt black cats around Halloween because they think they're going to sacrifice them.
They will. Hey.
Yeah.
We're going to watch a video now. This is the trailer for a movie about freedom. This comedian went around the country and interviewed people who know a thing or two about freedom. I got to meet him. I might be in this movie. And here's the trailer. Let's take a listen.
My name is Billy Wayne Davis. As a stand-up comedian, I get to travel all over this great nation. I'm going on a quest to find the freest people and places to come out of the greatest experiment in liberty the earth has ever known.
This is Free Talk Live.
It's never easy leaving home to go on the road.
Do you want to have the freedom of going commando?
Lucky for me, my family understands that I need to do this.
What is your definition of freedom?
I like to come out here and have a good time.
Playfulness is the key to happiness, which is freedom. It's freedom, man.
During my search for freedom across this great nation, I saw a lot of things.
Hey, sir.
You're a little lopsided there, sweetheart.
Talk to God.
Some of which I may never be able to unsee.
So welcome to our playland. Come right on in here.
Fire in the hole!
Get it! But no matter where I went, one truth became clear.
You don't pay taxes?
I don't pay taxes. I quit paying taxes 40 years ago.
Freedom is different for every American.
We're all about survival.
Survival.
Survival. Yeah.
Okay.
Whether you're a big cat fancier.
Oh, here comes a liger. They're real, by the way.
Or a sharpshooting Texas lady.
Or a Chevron station that goes down.
What is it?
A one-armed trucker.
I'm the world-class Carolina monkey guy driving the stainless steel sex appeal, loud knocking rooster cruising guiding mobile.
Or a libertarian silversmith.
Some people feel that the money itself is actually what drives the tyranny.
Or a, hell, whatever this is. However you choose to pursue liberty in this great land.
I mean, I think it's pretty bad that we have to actually organize a group to ask people to stop being.
I'm freeing myself of those systems that I don't agree with.
I mean, I would love to be able to keep all my money. I would like to be free to ingest anything I want.
You get to define freedom for yourself.
Morgan Spurlock presents Freedom, the Movie, a CMT documentary. Premieres Saturday, July 11th at 9/8 Central on CMT.
Yeah, boy,
Yeah.
we get me some freedom on that Morgan Spurlock movie. I don't know. That excited me. I didn't see Morgan Spurlock in the whole thing. He's the guy who directed Supersize Me. He was the star.
That's
of that.
what I thought.
He wasn't in this one. I thought he was going to come around, but it was this other guy who's apparently some comedian. And he was funny. He was cool to hang out with. I sort of felt like we were just missing each other. Like we weren't really hitting on the same level. He was looking for me to like make jokes and stuff as I was showing him some of the propaganda that we've got. And I'm like, he was laughing that I called it propaganda, but I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, I don't know. It will be a cool movie, and it's coming out July 11th. So set your DVRs to the CMT channel. That's Country Music Television for that documentary. Cool. I'm excited about it. They're featuring some of the people in the Free State Project. Hopefully that turns people on, and they're like, oh, look, there's freedom people in New Hampshire. I'm going to move there and join them. Reinforce those gutsy activists.
Yeah, so we saw Carla. We saw Ian. Was that the Sons of Liberty mint that I saw in there too?
Yeah. Save Silver Dave, as
yes.
he's known. The libertarian silversmith, as he is referred to in the movie. I thought that was pretty cool. Because, you know, like money is one of the important freedom issues. Like that's why I'm so crazy about Bitcoin, is because I don't need to beg politicians for more freedom when I use Bitcoin. I could just do it. I don't need their permission to open a wallet, to spend money, to save money, to hide it from them, you know, anything. I can operate independently when it comes to money. And the silver is the same way. You know, your silver is yours. You put it in a safe, you put it where you want it. You know how to control it. But with dollars in the bank, what we're seeing in Greece, that's one of the headlines that we've got today. Greece is fucked. Yahoo News has the headline, Greece misses $1.8 billion loan payment, according to the IMF and the Associated Press today. And people are standing out in lines at the ATMs. They can't even get cash out of these things. So you get a lot of freedom coming from Silver Dave being in this movie. I think it's a big deal. Hopefully it will be a boon to his business, and he'll sell more silver across the land because of it. And hopefully other people will replicate the idea. You know, minting silver is not something exclusive to large companies. He's just one guy with a small operation. You could do this too if this fascinates you. You know, I thought it was pretty cool. I got to share with Steven and some of the other gay anarchists about how I've followed Dave since he's moved to New Hampshire. When he began his business, I've got some of his old silver pieces when he got started. Now he's down to these silver quarters. They're beautiful. It's divisible silver. It's easier to use, you know, because people want to use hard metal. But if I'm trying to buy a beer and I've only got an ounce, how are you going to make change?
Right.
A quarter is a perfect solution, because a quarter of an ounce of silver today would be $4 spot, $5 maybe if you added a little extra value for the minting process, and that's a beer. I mean, that's a good high quality beer. Why not? It's a lot easier to spend it that way.
I agree. I have a lot of 1/10 pieces, but I don't have the quarters at all. They're nice though. The little squares. I like them.
Yeah, they're cool. Worms. I don't understand what the chat room's talking about. They're saying easy for Derek J to say it's easy. What? Making silver? I mean, you melt it down, right? I mean, it can't be that hard. He figured out a process of refining it. He even told me that often it's 4 nines fine. You know, he can only advertise it as 2 or 3 nines fine, but often it's much purer than that. Do we want to talk about grease even? I mean, it's on topic, Nicole.
We can. They're getting like $60 a day from the ATM, right?
Yeah, they're limited. I mean, they're really screwed.
Yeah.
If they didn't see the writing on the wall, time's up. You know, the Temple of Doom wall is closing, and there's no more time to grab your hat. Just get out.
They should all get Bitcoin.
Hopefully, they've got some Bitcoin already, and the price has been going up in the meantime.
I've noticed.
I wonder who's next. Is it going to be all the pig countries? This is Flaming Freedom.
If you want to play online poker with Bitcoin.
Oh, Stephen responded maybe to the inquiry by hate Democrats. I'm running for. Yeah, sorry. No, I don't hate Democrats. I like you. I think I'll run as a Democrat. Actually, I'm running for mayor. Did you know that, Nicole?
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm throwing my hat in the ring in Keene. I'm going to be mayor of Keene. Yes.
When does that happen?
The election is, I think it's the same time as the presidential election.
Gotcha.
So, I think it's like a 4-year term, or maybe I don't know. I don't even know. I'm obviously not taking it very seriously because I don't expect to win. But it's only a $5 filing fee.
Wow.
And you get your name on the ballot. So why not? And
yeah,
if I'm officially on the ballot, that means lots of free interviews from local media. I'll probably get my name in an article in the paper where I get to explain the positions of complete liberty, and people who, you know, are reading about the election or a little bit politically tuned in, they get to say, oh, hello. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see my levels are down. I wasn't checking Telegram. Sorry. Thanks for letting me know. It's closed actually. I'll open it back up. I don't know how it got closed. Thank you, Ian. Yeah.
I gotta grab some water. I'll be right back.
I wasn't sending enough audio out to him. Sucks.
BRB.
Okay.
So lose hippies.
They made you a thing.
Jason's sister does pottery, and so we got this neat little cup from her.
Wow, cool. Wait, which one's Jason?
Jason, that is the male hippie of Lose.
Oh, right. Okay, it's
There's
Jason.
Mary and Jason. Yep.
I forgot his name's Jason. Worms.
Worms.
How sensitive are your nipples?
Too sensitive.
They're too sensitive. Me too. They're probably my most erogenous zone, which is really weird that you can just, you know, I can be shirtless. I can rub my nipple out in public. That's fine. It's very sexual for me.
Mine are not. They're too like they hurt.
It hurts. It's too sexual. It's too sensitive. You mean?
Too sensitive. Yeah. I don't care for it really at all.
That sucks.
It does suck.
That's annoying. I would want to cover them up. You wear pasties when you have sex? Like, no. Don't go there.
No. It's not that bad. I think pasties are kind of annoying, actually. You ever see, there's a lot of stuff with like free the nipple, but they've got pasties or like tape in X's over them. And it's like, you're not freeing your nipple.
No, but they have to do that or they can't spread the meme around social media.
Oh, that's what it is, isn't it? They can't get on Facebook.
We're back. Free the nipple. Free it. Free it.
Both of them.
Both. Or three.
Or all three, yes.
No, I was talking about how sexual my nipples are. How I love to play with them. I feel turned on and aroused when even like my seatbelt will go on and like scrape up against it or my purse or whatever. And like, why is it that guys can walk around shirtless and gals can't? Gals, from what I hear, have more sensitive nipples than guys. They're like only sexual. They're only erogenous for men. They don't serve any other purpose, right? They're not utilitarian in that they feed babies. So I don't know. I'm not on that side of like. I mean, people who know me from Free Talk Live already know that I've had a major tiff with the women of breastfeeding because I do not think belongs out in public where, like, okay, there's a time and a place to be shirtless. Right now is the time when I think I could be shirtless. This is a time when a woman could also be breastfeeding. But there are places where it's not appropriate to be shirtless, and in those places, I don't think it's appropriate to breastfeed publicly, openly. Like, it's fine to do it. If you want to cover up a little bit, that would be the modest, polite way. Your thoughts on that, Nicole? Because you're kind of a topless activist. Do you agree with me?
Well, I think, I've heard a lot of people say, well, oh, you can't do that where a guy can't have his shirt off. And, right, nobody's trying to be shirtless. I think breastfeeding is different, though. Breastfeeding, you don't see much of the boob anyway.
You can. Sometimes women are all like about it. They're like, look at this boob. It's bigger than the baby's head. Look at this.
I've never actually heard them say that.
No, they love it. I see them. They're like smushing the baby's face in. The baby's not even
like, oh, yeah. Drink it, baby.
Fucking their tit with their baby's mouth. It's disgusting.
Oh my God. That's the worst visual.
I'm sick of it, man. I don't want this. No more breastfeeding. Let's just end it.
Just enough.
Injections.
Right. You're all done. Babies, sorry.
All right. So can we move on to polyamory? We talked about FSP. Freedom the movie is coming out in a week. DVR it. Montana trio applying for marriage license. I started talking about this story, but I didn't get to finish it. The government recognition of polyamory might follow government recognition of gay marriage, was an argument usually deployed by opponents of same-sex marriage. Troublingly, those opponents usually lumped in plural marriage, at its heart, an arrangement between consenting adults and activities that aren't about consenting adults, like pedophilia and bestiality. With the Supreme Court finding a fundamental right to government recognition of gay marriage, the fight against polygamy continues. It often relies on arguments about the character of 19th century polygamy, a very different beast from polyamory in the 21st century. Of course, fundamental polygamous relationships exist today. They are not, however, nonviolent relations between consenting adults, and such fundamentalist groups usually find themselves running afoul of many laws, the laws against polygamy, the least serious among them. So that's weird. I didn't know that there were other laws related to polygamy that a person could be breaking just by living in a polygamous relationship. But apparently there is this guy, Nathan Collier, and I did contact him on Facebook earlier. He hasn't gotten back to me yet, although he did accept my Facebook friend request. I don't know if he's like actually trust me or whatever. But anyway, it says in the story, now that the Supreme Court, this is coming from Reason.com, by the way, now that the Supreme Court has found a fundamental right to government recognition of gay marriage, in a way, even Chief Justice John Roberts believes could lead to government recognition of plural marriage. The case for polygamy is increasingly being made out in the open, without the worry that such an argument will be perceived as stealth argument against gay marriage. I remember this. I used this argument when I was a proponent for same-sex marriage. I used to make YouTube videos. People can find my old channel. It's called Santa Claus. And I used to make a lot of videos about Proposition 8 in California. And back then, when I was a little pipsqueak in college, I was saying, oh, people will say, you know, that you'll marry a snake, but it's not about that. No one wants to marry a snake, and no one wants multiple partners. This is just about gay marriage. But I didn't see the point, which was you own your body. You own your life. Nobody has a higher claim to your life or your body than you do. And you get to make consensual interactions with other people, the contracts of your relationships. That's not up to anyone else. You don't have to appeal to some higher authority to ask permission to have a relationship with somebody. If that includes you and another person, or you and 12 other people, that's your business.
I agree. So people can have these relationships with whoever they want. Where it becomes illegal is where you try to ask the government for permission. Just leave them out of it completely. Just do your own thing.
I want to try it. I want to do this. I'm loving it. Everyone in Manchester, everyone in New Hampshire has a polyamorous relationship. I don't think I could do it. Like I don't know. You know, jealousy is the first thing that comes to mind. A lot of people ask about, don't you guys get jealous in polyamorous relationships? Aren't you jealous of the other person? But I haven't seen that. Like, I haven't observed jealousy in any of the polyamorous relationships that I've seen up close. And there are a lot. And these people, they lean on one another. They build each other up. They're better because they're in that strengthened relationship. And there's even some biblical scripture, I might think, that would support the idea of polygamy. Not that I'm a Christian, but I remember from Ecclesiastes, King Solomon, the wise, wrote about if you can pair yourself up, like a rope that's two ropes strung together is way more difficult to snap apart than just a single rope. And then 3 strung together is nearly impossible to break. That to me is sort of a suggestion that people might be better living in relationships of 3. Maybe that works for humans.
That's
interesting. We don't really know. We don't try this stuff out anymore. We don't experiment. Like it's we got the 1940s America, which was perfection, Stepford Wives, the cookie cutter nuclear family, and we haven't deviated from that very much at all in the past century. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to see what relationships are going to look like in tiny houses that are polyamorous, that involve multiple partners, involve multiple species. Who the hell cares?
I think that you should get into a polyamorous relationship with a man and a woman. That way you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and you can find out what it's like to sleep with a woman.
That would be comfortable, because then if she's not pleased by me, which she probably won't be the first time, let's be real, then at least there's some other guy, right? Someone who could satisfy, someone who's a little more experienced. You would think. I don't know. Maybe I'll be good. I'll be good in bed the first time. That would be great.
Who knows? I remember my first sexual experience with a guy, and it was horribly awkward. It was not, like with a girl, it's one way, and it was just natural. Like my first time was awesome. But then when I had sex with a guy for the first time, it was, it just did not come naturally to me at all.
Why did you stick with the guy then? Wouldn't you want to stay with girls if it was more natural? Like, I remember that experience. Being with the girl was totally unnatural. Being with the guy was like, click, okay, everything works. I get it. I get how everything's supposed to happen.
Personality-wise, I get along better with guys.
Okay. But sexuality-wise, you prefer fucking women?
Well, I like both, but we can talk more after the break.
Okay. I just turned the music down so we could just continue that, because
I wasn't sure how long we had.
That's okay. We always have 30 seconds. 30 seconds in, 30 seconds out.
Ah, okay.
Do you want a clock? I've got a little clock that's got the times. We've only got 2 segments left, but anyway, I should post that somewhere.
Yeah, that would be good.
I can't wait to pig out on pita chips and hummus. Man, I can't tell you.
And then go running.
No, I'm not going to go running. I'm going to go to sleep. I am going to eat and then sleep. Eat, beer, sleep.
So I like sex with guys and girls. My first time was with a girl, and I thought my first time would be awkward because they always say your first time.
Girl?
Yes.
Wow. How old were you? Wait a minute. You should save this for the air. This is too good.
Okay.
That's too good. We should plan what we're going to talk about next. Google is racist.
Oh, God, that was horrible.
Wasn't that funny?
Yeah.
You guys did look like gorillas. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? White people can look like monkeys. Brown people can look like monkeys. Black people can look like monkeys. We can all look... What's the thing that everyone does when you're a kid?
Right, the face she was making.
Yeah, you puff out
That's what it looked like.
You puff out your cheeks, you pull your ears, and you like blow your eyes up, and you look like a monkey.
Right.
We're related. So go figure.
Everybody in, well, not everybody. I don't want to generalize. People in the chat are asking why I'm not topless. It's kind of chilly here.
Yeah, why aren't you topless? Oh, because our video will get flagged on YouTube. Honestly, I think that's more the reason.
Will that really happen? I should look at the...
Isn't that annoying? You can't have nudity.
That's stupid.
I know, you can have guy nudity. We can't. There's no equality in that.
No, there's not.
I think that's really wrong. Did the topic of ending the Federal Reserve come up the first time she had sex? Man, I love libertarians. You guys are so weird. Like, really, really weird in a cool way.
My first time came because I stole my best friend's date. I felt bad. He was mad for a while.
You stole your best friend's date and then had sex with her?
Yeah.
Was your best friend a guy?
Yeah.
Wow, you must have fucked up his life. Does he have a normal relationship now, or is he in therapy?
This was like almost half a lifetime ago. I haven't seen him in years. Last I knew, he was married with like 2 or 3 or 4 kids or something.
Oh, well, he's unhappy. You ruined him.
I did.
I don't know.
I killed his spirit.
I'm sure it's fine. No, but that does come up. Like, it's not like... So one of the weirdest pillow talk that I've ever had was bringing up we were talking about government interference in the market and how that always ruins things. And he mentioned, like, yeah, if the government didn't do anything, we would recover so much quicker. And I was like, yeah, that's why no one's heard of the great crash of 1921. And he like freaked out. Like this, he had a better orgasm from me referencing the great crash of 1921 than he did from sex. Libertarians, man.
You can put the
Gotta
Libertarians
love them.
on the air.
We love economics
Broadcast.lrn.fm
and logic
Broadcast.lrn.fm
and accuracy. Shitty music. Someone save us from this music. I want new stuff. Welcome back. This is Flaming Freedom.
You should get Underworld for your new music. I love Underworld.
Rubbing my nipples. What is Underworld?
You don't know them?
No.
Oh.
Is it a band?
Yeah, I'll have to send you some
Will
of their
they
music
let
on
us use
Facebook.
their music? Or will they be like, that's our intellectual property. You can't have that unless you pay us and blah, 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 YouTube.
I don't know. I'll give them a couple bucks.
Really? Okay, maybe that'll work. Actually, I didn't even consider that, but just asking them might work. All
You
right.
never know.
Google is racist. Do we want to talk about that? No, I want to keep it local. If Steven's going to talk about how San Francisco is the freest place, I'm going to bring up Keene, because Keene's always in the news. I don't have to talk about Keene tonight, but I can. I always can, because there's always something going on. Watch this video. This is
They've been around since 2012, following parking enforcement officers with a stated goal of trying to save people from getting a parking ticket.
No, I don't want to watch that one. That one looks shitty. They were on the Today Show today. Do you know that?
I heard about that, but I didn't get a chance to see the video.
Yeah, I'll pull it up now. It's at freekeene.com. The Today Show, kind of a big deal. and Ian Freeman and other activists doing Robin Hooding, they were on national TV talking about their activism. And the bureaucrats actually lied about what they were doing. Oh, great. Now I'm going to have to watch an ad. Okay. Hope everyone enjoys this ad. Yeah, the bureaucrats lied. See if you can catch them in their lie, and see if you think this is going to cause any problems for them down the road. Because remember, they are still in court, right? Or they just lost in court.
7:39, time for a new Rawson report. And this morning, total strangers trying to save drivers from getting parking tickets and the city officials who are trying to stop them. Today, national investigative correspondent Jeff Rawson's here with more on that. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, guys. Good morning to you. Look, we've all been there, right? You run into the store to grab something and you forget to feed the meter. You walk out a few minutes later and boom, that's in your face. A big red time expired. And worse yet, there's a ticket on your windshield. It can ruin your day. But fear not. The Robin Hoods are here to save you, pulling out bags of change and saving complete strangers from tickets. So why are their acts of kindness landing them in court?
They're the new Crusaders.
1 minute. Oh, that's a save. Yes.
Wait a minute. I forgot the important part. We were going to talk about your first sexual experience. So we've got to stop that video right in the middle. We'll get back to that. That video is going to be there. But you were talking about your first sexual experience and how you stole your best friend's girlfriend. She was going to have sex with him. And boom, you pulled her away and you had sex with her first. That was your first sexual experience. How old were you?
I was a few months shy of 18. So my best friend really liked this girl, and she went to my school, and he knew that. And so he said, oh my God, I finally have a date with this girl, but I'm going to make it a double date and we'll make it less awkward. And so he got his friend to go as my date. And so we all went out to eat, and then we went out to this party afterwards, and my friend had to get his friend home. His friend was like a foreign exchange student and had really strict rules or something, and so he had a curfew, I guess.
This girl that you had sex with who's a foreign exchange student? Let's use names. Yeah, they don't have to be real names, but this will help me keep track of who's in the story.
Okay, so my friend Scotty wanted to go with this girl, Shannon. And he wanted to make it a double date. So he brought his friend Pedro along. And Pedro was foreign exchange. He had to be home by a certain time. So they had to leave the party early. And I was like, well, I want to hang out still. And so me and this girl continued to hang out. And then I don't know. I don't even remember what led to it. Later on in the night, we were just like flirty, and then we kissed, and then we went to the bedroom.
All right. Who initiated the kiss?
I think I did.
Wow, you had some courage. So you were like, all right, had you kissed a girl before?
Yes.
Okay, so that you were ready for. But then after that, things got a little heavier. You started putting your hands on her?
Yeah, pretty much. That was about it. And then we went to the bedroom and we rocked out for 4 hours. And
whoa, 4 hours? It took me a long time my first time too, but not 4 hours long.
It was a lot of fun though. But then
how many times did you come? I mean, like
a few.
I think my first time it was just like once, and it took me a really long time to come too. And then I finally came, and he came, and we just like watched TV for the rest of the night. I don't think we tried fooling around again. Although it was like, snuggly, lovey sort of thing. You guys like snuggle and fall asleep the rest of the night?
No, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I had to go to work.
Damn. You stayed up all night sexing.
Stayed up all night. Yep, drinking and sexing.
You remember that walking into school the day after, or like the weekend after having sex for the first time? Like you just feel like you are the king or the queen, as it were. Like, oh, I'm so awesome. I finally did this thing. It's like this magical, like everyone else has been there. Everyone else has been to this really cool movie or seen this cool thing called sex, and it's like this great big mystery. But then once you have it, you're like, okay, now I'm in the club. I've done this. And then it sort of loses its magic, sort of like, well, that wasn't so great. I mean, everyone's talking about like how awesome sex is. It's like, it's okay. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good part of life, but it's not like, whoa, like what it was built up to be. You know, like, oh my God, stay away from sex. You know, your life will be changed forever. I don't know. You've been going with Joe for a long time, though. Are you guys gonna get married?
No, his granny just asked us the same thing today.
When
Actually.
are you two gonna have children? Are you gonna get married?
We don't get asked the children one anymore. I think you enter your 30s and you stop hearing, "Oh, you're young, you'll change your mind," but we still hear, "When are you going to get married?"
So when are you gonna get married?
Oh, tomorrow. Do you want to come?
Okay, sure.
You can be you'll be the ring bearer.
I'm going to Cape Cod with the gay anarchists. You want to come join us before you get a wedding on the beach?
Yeah, we'll get married there.
That would be fun. You should get hitched. What the hell? What are you waiting for? I mean, you've been together how many years?
6-ish.
Yeah, 6
I don't know.
years.
We don't keep track.
That's the marriage. Just call it a day. Just go get a ring and finish the whole thing off. Am I right?
Like Joe told his granny today, you know, I've made a commitment. Why do I need to sign a piece of paper saying that? Or why do I need to tell the government, like, hey, I've made, you know, this commitment or whatever?
No, I'm not saying go to the government. I'm saying get married. It doesn't, to an anarchist, it's not a piece of paper. It's a ceremony. It's I don't know, a commitment made in front of your friends. It's like, hey, we're going to stick it out. Me and Nicole, we've got a good thing going. And we're going to stay together. We're going to be committed to each other. We're going to make this relationship work, even when we have a rocky time.
But can't we just lead by example? We don't have to make a big display about it.
You think it's too showy to do a marriage? Like, that sort of is archaic? We don't need to do that anymore?
Yes.
Put it on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't mind. I love weddings. I think weddings are a blast, and I get really, really excited when they come up. I love them, but I don't need one. Everybody's like, oh, girls all dream of the big day and they have their dress and they have this and that. And I never once did that. I never once daydreamed about some big day that's all about me. I'm a princess or whatever.
Yeah, I don't like that either. That kind of terrifies me. Like, I'm a guy who likes attention generally. You know, I'm not afraid to be on stage, but I don't want a day where it's like, all my friends got to bullshit and bring me gifts and, you know, just do a toast and get all dressed. I don't want to do all that shit. That sounds like a pain in the butt. I mean, it would be really cute. Like, I don't know. Maybe one day, if I'm feeling some special way about a guy, I'm going to want to get married and do a ceremony and everything. I'm not going to put it off forever, but I don't want that right now. Sounds like a pain. I like other people to get married. I'll go to your party. I'll get you gifts. I'll get all dressed up.
Okay.
But I don't want to have one. Too much work.
I agree. Do you have a goal age? You want to be married by a certain time?
I did. I just made a commitment with one of the gay anarchists. If I'm not married in 10 years, we're getting hitched. Me and Nicholas Shankin. Be right back.
Awesome.
Video is the most personal.
Yeah. Nicholas, he's my backstop.
I met him a couple of pork fests ago. He's really cool.
Oh yeah, you did. You know Nicholas.
Yeah.
He's a great gay anarchist. He's really awesome. We got a special thing because we were together. We said this. I don't care if this is on air or whatever, but we did say I've probably had sex with him more than any other person in the world.
Really?
Just like, yeah. Like, we had a long-term relationship going, longer than anyone else I've been with. I grew the most when I was with him. I was with him from age 19 to 21. Like, very pivotal years, but especially for me because I had moved to New Hampshire at 21. I started this whole new life. I mean, it was like, I dropped out of school. And anyway, I don't know why I'm getting into this. But yeah, I do have a goal age in 10 years. So I guess what's that? 36. So from 36, I think we said 11 years, maybe 37. I don't know. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be an old gay who's alone. And I could settle. Nick is great. I wouldn't even consider it settling. It's not like, I don't know. He's already got a relationship though. He's going to get married.
Joe and I became anarchists together.
Oh, well, that's very special. You've got to
agree.
go on through that.
Yeah,
I had to convince Nicholas to become an anarchist.
Joe kind of got into it first, and I remember just thinking like, oh, that's his stuff. That's what he's into. But, he started to talk with me more and more about it, and I was like, yeah, God, that really does make sense. And then,
You can't argue with logic.
Exactly. And so, yeah, we just kind of grew into it together, and which was great because, we were kind of at the same point for a while, and we could like bounce ideas off each other and like really refine our thinking together like that. So it was nice.
That is cute. That's a really good bond. I'm thinking of the like libertarian power couples. I've always been so jealous of Kat Bleish and John Bush. I think they are an amazing power couple. There are some other really strong power couples who do libertarian activism. You and Joe are a team. You're a power couple.
Are we? Do you think we're considered a power couple? That's nice.
Yeah. Although you do more than Joe. What's Joe do?
He does knife sharpening. He's going to do that at PorkFest next year.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's really good with all the survival kind of stuff like that. He's really good with all of it. And I had been telling him for a while, like, you got to do something with that, like give a talk.
A video for that. Yeah, like help me out, Joe, because I don't know what I'm doing. I just built myself a bug out bag. I am so prepared. I am more prepared today than I have ever been, Nicole. I'm ready for the apocalypse. Bring it on, man.
I think I'm ready. He sharpened Joe Jarvis's knife. It took him days. It was such a beat up knife.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was Joe doing with it?
He does the sword throwing thing.
Oh, he throws the knives and everything?
Yeah. Or I said sword. Yeah, he throws knives.
Worms. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was such an interesting character. He like forages for elderberries and makes beer out of it and throws knives and whatever.
I think that Joe and I had a hand in Joe Jarvis becoming an anarchist because last year at PorkFest, we were like, hey, we're going to go watch Bill Bupert talk. Do you want to go? And he's like, oh, I haven't heard of him before.
Again, Nicole, come on. It's coming right. Now is a good time to get started. Let's start now.
So I think that Joe and I had a hand in Joe Jarvis becoming an anarchist because we introduced him to Bill Bupert last year at PorkFest. We said, we're going to go see Bill Bupert talk. And we asked him if he wanted to come with us. And I don't think he had heard of him much at that point. And so he went to the talk. And afterwards, he was just kind of like, wow, very interesting points. And now I know, he is really into Bill Bupert's stuff. And I've heard Bill Bupert on, I think he's been on the Freedom Fiends talking about Joe Jarvis's blog, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I brought him up when I was on with Bill Bupert because so that was whatever. That's some funny history. So yes, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Nicole, but I happen to know that Joe Jarvis gave a speech on anarcho-capitalism last year at PorkFest because I recorded it. So he was already an anarchist.
Oh.
But it was the year before that at which he saw Ben Stone speak that really turned him on to the ideas of anarchy. He was raised sort of a gun-toting conservative from Western Mass. And we met at PorkFest last year through his speech or something. I went up to talk to him because like the first year he was with this hot guy. He was like this Hawaiian looking native style, dark-skinned, burly man. And he was like hanging out with this guy the whole week, my first PorkFest, which was also his first PorkFest. I was like, oh, off limits. These two are clearly together. And just stay away. He's already taken. Turns out the guy he was chilling with was his girlfriend's boyfriend at the time. And they're not even together anymore. So this guy's like long gone. The whole time I was staying off limits to Joe or whatever. And then I fell so in love with Joe during last PorkFest or whatever. But then whatever. Things all go their own separate ways. And the gay anarchist community is so small. It's so funny that like We all know each other. There are 47 people in the gay anarchist group. 47. And I've reached out to other people who I think are gay anarchists. I think we've got the whole map covered. I don't know anyone else.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
I mean, there are some in Russia, but they're like, I don't want any statists. I don't want anyone who's like, oh, just a little bit of government. No.
Mm-mm.
We don't have any room for you.
No.
We don't want a little bit of government. Keep your status crap to yourself. There are other Facebook groups for that. We only want the hardest of core in the gay anarchist group. And I think that's really cool. Like, the fact that we're having outings, like we did a little gay anarchist outing a couple of weeks ago, where we went to a farm and hung out with little baby chicks and drank beer, and now we're going to Cape Cod. This needs to become like a thing. Like, we need to have regular events so that we have our community. It's not that we need to be incestuous or orgiastic or all dating each other or whatever, but like, we need to have a community.
I agree. What farm? What farm did you go to?
I forget the name of it, but it's in Walpole. It was lovely. It had little baby chicks. They were brand new. Like, squeaking. We'll pet them. They were so. Yeah.
That is cute.
Yeah. What were we talking about? I didn't forget. This is like, I'm so out of whack here. We got so many stories we're not even going to get to cover. Oh, we were talking about the Robin Hooders and how they got covered on the Today Show. That was pretty awesome. Let's watch that.
Street. You just saved this guy with one goal.
Here's one that's expired.
To stop you from getting a ticket. Paying it forward, beating expired meters for complete strangers.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
They call themselves the Robin Hoods. How much did you put
No,
in?
they don't.
1 nickel, 15 minutes.
Following meter maids in Keene, New Hampshire, pumping meters with coins before officers can write them a ticket.
We'll give them 36 minutes, 3 dimes.
That's not all. The Robin Hoods always leave behind their calling card.
Robin Hood, King of Keene, and on the back it says, your meter expired. However, we saved you from the King's Tariff.
People love it when they get these things.
Why do you do this?
I do this because people feel good when they get a note from Robin Hood of Keene. They know they've been saved from getting a ticket.
I'm going to give this car a little extra since I know that they are probably going to be in this spot for an extended period of time.
Wow, you just give them an hour's worth.
This guy looks so amazed.
But do they
Like, you live in New York City, dude. Have you never seen a parking meter? Like, wow, you gave him an hour. Like, yes, all of 50 cents.
More like that? The city suing them, saying they harass the meter maids as they follow them.
Go back to your truck and drive away.
I'm doing my job.
Okay.
I'm just doing my job.
Criminal harassment that's a criminal charge. And if we were conducting harassment, they could arrest us for that.
And they haven't.
And they have not done that.
Simply put, what do you
That is the bottom line here. That is the point that I think needs to be repeated over and over again until this story just goes completely away. Harassment is a crime. The Robin Hooders have not been arrested or charged with the crime of harassment. Yet the city officials continue to repeat the lie that this is about harassment when it's really about revenue. And that's the point he's going to make here.
this lawsuit's about?
It's about the revenue. They want to protect their thousands of dollars that they had coming in, and they're upset.
We sat down with the mayor of Keene, Kendall Lane.
The issue is about the fact that they're harassing parking enforcement officers. They bump up against them. They stick cameras in their face.
You say this is about harassment, but in the city's own follow-up lawsuit, you say you are seeking money damages for injuries sustained by the city. Isn't this about money?
No, it's really about getting an injunction to protect our employees.
He's my competition. Fuck that guy. I'm going to be the new mayor of Keene, not Kendall Lane.
Are protected by the First Amendment and can continue their work, but adding the city can argue for a safety zone around the meter maids.
Photo save just in the nick of time.
The Robin Hoods say they'll be out there again today.
Absolutely. It's the right thing to do.
Okay, that's bullshit. A little safety zone. So what should I incorporate in my run for mayor goal? I can take out the parking meters, sell all the government property, sell everything, sell City Hall, sell all the tables and chairs inside, sell any liquor that Judge Burke's been keeping behind his desk, sell all the guns, the Bearcat. Just give the Bearcat back. We're not even going to sell that. Just to make people mad, we're not even going to sell it. Just give it And I don't know what else. What are my campaign promises? I promise never to show up. I will never go to my job as mayor. That's a promise I will keep.
Can you fire other people?
I don't know if I can fire anybody, but if I can, I will. I'll fire everybody.
Yes.
Fired. Nudity is okay.
Yes.
Nudity is now okay. I don't know if I can make new ordinances as mayor. Can I make declarative statements like new edicts? Like have a town crier announce my new rules. King Derek says that you must wear a gun and you must be naked.
You should send a little newsboy out, print up your own papers. Extra, extra! Fly your wiener around town.
I'll send a newsman around. I don't think I'm going to have any boys in my employ.
Good point.
Yeah. So I'm going to run for mayor. This is really happening. It only costs $5. So maybe you could do that where you live. It's just really, it's an opportunity to get the message out there. Like I want to put the ideas of complete liberty out there whenever I can. The idea, because people aren't faced with this enough. They'll have a libertarian candidate who will run, or someone who's a little small government, and will say we should lower taxes. I'm like, no taxes. You own your body. You own the effects of your actions. You should keep the product of your labor. We need to hear that message. Someone needs to be saying that, because there's no, like, you and I, we like YouTube videos and we'll seek this sort of articles out, but normal people, they don't come up with these ideas. Yeah, muggles. They don't hear that. But if it's in their regular newspaper, like, oh, Joan, look who's running for mayor. That annoying dick kid down the street. You know, that one who's getting arrested? Yeah, he's running for mayor. Like, and he thinks we should defund all the schools. That's ridiculous. I don't know. Like, I've got to make them palatable somehow. I don't know.
Well, you have time.
Wherever the holster go, Packet Sniffer wants to know. I'm thinking I'd just get a belt with a holster attached to it already. Like, you'd be naked, but with a cowboy belt.
So what about one of those strappy leather get-ups, like in that one picture that you showed from Buzz's party? What if you have something like that, real kind of S&M looking, but with holsters on that?
Oh, sexy. Yeah, some S&M leather chest holster style things. I'm going to see if I can get that made.
Best of both worlds.
Hey, we're all out of time, Nicole. We got to say goodbye. But we'll do this again next week at flamingfreedom.com, and I promise you I will post this episode right now. Mwah.
I've been told no.
Hey, it's Mad.
I give you an order and you're going to obey it.
That's my keyboard up there.
You have to leave here. I love that. Excuse me. I still love this ad. I've heard this for like 2 years. 3 years now. I still love it.
I love the song that plays at the end.
There's so much going on. Oh, the Chain Gang song?
Yeah.
Sam Cooke. I used to jam out to Sam Cooke every morning.
I love it. Here it is.
Oh, so this is a little bit of post-show here. That's the sound of the man working on the chain. Yeah. I just like picture them, you know, hammering rocks. VictimlessCrimespree.com. This show is brought to you by VictimlessCrimespree.com. Hey,
and Derek's nipples.
Hey, I want to hear Derek's opinion. Porcupine Gym and Health Center, good idea in the Shire? What do you think?
What was the question? Oh, Porcupine Gym and Health Center.
Bro Jake Rubin in the chat room asks.
Yeah, I see.
I don't mean to be a dick, but I feel like a liberty-based gym could do pretty well there. Why is that being a dick? Because people are fat? A lot of liberty people are fat? Is that what he's saying?
I think he just called me fat.
I think he called us both fat. Hey, fuck you, man.
Fuck you, fatty.
I run, man. I don't need your gym. I got all of New Hampshire to run around in.
I, on the other hand, started the show off shoveling food into my face, so I guess I'm the fat one.
Yeah. Anyway, I drank a beer, and now I'm gonna go eat food in bed in private and cry.
Cry.
Mwah! Good night, everyone. This has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you tuning in. I do this for you, the gay anarchists, and the weird voyeurs, you straight people who watch this show anyway. Thank you.
Farewell. Bye, Derek.